Hi, folks. Welcome back to Cordisco's Corner. Democrats turning out at lower rates than Republicans in Miami. South Florida is a pivotal region for Democrats seeking to win Florida. Yes, because the northern part of Florida, the rural part, and the entire panhandle is very heavy Republican. So as far as the Democrats are concerned, they have to balance that out. Let's see. Polls show race tightening in battleground states. Democrats are turning out at low rates than Republicans in Florida's largest county. Miami-Dade, after Democrat nominee Joe Biden's campaign pared down field operations because of the coronavirus pandemic. Is it? I mean, why would you pare it down? I don't think that's it. You're talking about the President of the United States. You're talking about taking over the executive branch of government, maybe even all three branches of government. You use all the bullets in your gun. You don't pull out and then blame it on the virus. That doesn't jive. It really doesn't. Campaign operatives told Politico that door-to-door efforts to persuade voters to jump on the Biden bandwagon were at a standstill and without funding, despite record-breaking fundraising hauls by the campaign for months leading up to the final stretch before Election Day. This isn't jiving. We did not get the kind of funding for different vendors that would do that type of work until late in the campaign. Representative Frederica Wilson, who represents Miami's heavily black congressional district, told Politico. In Miami-Dade, 152,964 registered Republicans cast early votes, leading Democrat voters 146,371, of whom turned out early to the polls, according to state data on Friday. Meanwhile, Democrats who mail in their ballots in the county nearly doubled that of Republicans. Yeah, you got to figure that in South Florida. It's going to be heavier Democrats, so they have to really run up the numbers in order to make up for the North. Not similar, but close to what it's like here in New York State. I live in upstate. Now, of course, upstate would never be able to match or drown out the number of Democrat votes downstate, but in Florida, it's a little different. There's a little more of a balancing act. That's why it's a swing state. Of particular importance to Biden's success were votes from young people, black and Hispanic Americans, which the president has made huge inroads in on lately. Miami-Dade was a high concentration of Cuban Americans and other crucial voting bloc that Biden needs to clinch. Cuban Americans, very, very anti-big government, very, very anti-socialism. It's something they know firsthand about, either that or first or second generation. They don't want nothing to do with that, especially the Cubans. They go for the leg and voter canvassing efforts in the region. Biden's running mate, California Senator Kamala Harris, is hosting an event this weekend to rally young black men to vote, while the NAACP is getting involved in black churches, which are planning Souls to the Polls events on Sunday, according to Politico. Florida, the nation's largest swing state, is considered a must-win for either candidate, hoping to sail the victory on November 3rd. I like how these guys word this stuff, sail the victory. It's pretty funny. I ran up in upstate New York for a local city council race. I was on for 8 years as a Democrat, years back in the early 2000s. I tried to run as a Republican. There was a meet and greet at the NAACP here. And they're not allowed to openly work for candidates. It's against their charter, is my understanding. So I'm not sure what allows them to do that. I'm not sure if maybe the charters up here are different than the charters in Florida, or they can organize through the churches and use that disguise. Who knows? Biden and President Trump held dueling rallies Thursday to drum up support before the election, with Trump hosting a Make America Great Again rally in Hillsborough County in Tampa, while Biden appealed to voters in deep blue Broward County, which holds 310,000 mostly Democrat black votes. Although black voter turnout is up statewide, pockets of the state have seen lower turnout from black Democrats than their Republican counterparts. In Broward County, 45% of black voters cast their ballot as of Wednesday, compared with 57% of black voters who voted earlier by mail in 2016. That doesn't seem like a lot, 12 points. It is. It's a ton. According to the Hawkfish analysis for the Miami Herald, we're seeing some gaps in the young voter turnout. Andrea Sharpshire, executive director of Black PAC, told the Herald, the top 5 counties with the largest number of black votes have some underperformance. In Broward and Duval, it's off by a percent point. And Miami-Dade, it's off by 5 percentage points. That's a lot of work to do. A Monmouth poll puts Biden ahead by 6 percentage points this week in Florida. I don't buy that 6%. I really don't. I just don't. It's something that makes no sense. I'm trying to recall in 2016, I believe the president was down by, was it 3 or 4 points? I'm trying to recall from memory. I don't buy it. I really don't. The registration drives in Florida have much better numbers for Republicans. But here's the thing. I think the reason why this is going on, and that isn't just Florida, even though this is a key swing state, I think the fact that what they call the enthusiasm factor, and that factor is how enthusiastic are you to go out and vote? Will you stand in line? Will you do the social distancing? Will you wait 1, 2, sometimes 3 hours, or drive, who knows where to get to a polling place with a lot of lines? Are you going to put that much effort into it? And I think that's the Democrats' problem, especially in the urban areas. The enthusiasm factor is way, way down. And the enthusiasm for minorities to Joe Biden is way down. And I say, well, John, a lot of the minorities, they hate the president too and all that. Well, yeah, because they've been fed a lot of BS. But yes, they do think that. You're right. Disliking somebody and having enthusiasm to stand in line to vote for somebody is not the same. You can sit at home and go, I don't like this person, F this and F that, and he's this and he's that. It's not the same as I really, really want to vote for this person, and I'm going to stand in line as long as it takes to vote for them. Much different mindset. Anyway, folks, that's my opinion on this news article. I hope you enjoyed it. It's going to be something. It really is. Boy, I'll tell you, democracies are messy, even though we are technically a republic, but democracies are messy, and they bring out the best and the worst in people. Unfortunately, sometimes the worst. So we shall see. This is going to be really something. Stay tuned. And for those of you that haven't voted, please do. Do it in person. Do the safety rules. Wear your mask, the social distancing, whatever the rules are for the area you live in, please do that. But vote in person. It's a different kind of feeling when you vote in person than you just drop in the mail. One, you know for sure you're going to get counted that day when you vote in person. And two is you feel you're participated in our country. And you're part of that participation. Even though a tiny amount, yes, your vote does count. Everybody's vote counts, and everybody's vote matters. And I also want to ask, I'm a new podcast, so if you could like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can get some ad revenue to buy some new equipment, and we can really, really ramp this up here on the channel. So, folks, I appreciate your time and your attention. And until next time, goodbye and good luck.